Did you know that crypto.com has a secret weapon against the SEC and it was given to us back in March 2023? I'm going to tell you everything you must be aware by the end of this video. If you click this, it's because you're wondering, you are concerned maybe if crypto.com is next in the SEC's Gary Gensler's hands on the list. And I waited a while to make this video. It's a delicate subject and we deserve facts, not FUD. And that's what I'm going to give you. On Monday, I saw the news on Binance and I'm like, I'm gonna wait for the room temperature to cool down. Come to find out, the temperature just kept rising. Tuesday, Coinbase. Wednesday, they request to freeze Binance.US assets. Yesterday, Binance.US finds out that their banking partners are now not gonna be working with them till June 13, giving them the signal to stop deposits in USD. The Gary Gensler and the SEC really don't like the crypto industry, and I'm going to show you some qualitative research I have for you, always data right available, and my own thoughts at the end. Let's go ahead and get started. This is going to end up well for those who follow the rules. Don't forget to smash the like button, everybody, and consider subscribing to the channel. Now, CRONOS fam and everybody watching, we are living through the real meaning of fortune favors the brave, because right now we have to be brave, right, to withstand any attacks. So I've been collecting data. I've been asking you guys, right, because I don't have a crystal ball. I don't work with Gary Gensler. Nobody gets that really close. You know what's fun or sad at the same time? Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, he wants to meet up with Gary Gensler, he cannot. So many times we've heard him in interviews saying, hey, why don't we have a chat? No. So if we cannot get those type of conversations on air for the public, there's something going on and Gary Gensler has an agenda. And we're finding that, as we saw Wednesday, he wanted to be part of Binance 2019 advisory board. And Binance said no. Is this vengeance? So when we talk about crypto.com, we have to extrapolate all the data points, right? Not just focus on crypto.com. But I'm going to tell you that I'm actually not that much worried. Will crypto.com be sued by the SEC? I ask an open question to everybody. And surprisingly, it came very close with 43%. You guys, like more than 1,000 people says yes. And 57% of you guys say no. Are you feel protected by the SEC? Well, I think the answer is clear. 90+% no of crypto investors, right? And I ask you this one, who do you think is the most trusted exchange? And by far, crypto.com wins. This shows what my community and anybody watching, right, truly feels. It's a clear question that everybody can jump in. But here's a de facto insight that the SEC is just an anti-crypto machine and they don't want digital assets other than they claim US dollar, yen, and euro to succeed. Therefore, the SEC under Gary Gensler's leadership is not going to help us get adoption in the United States. That being said, what I'm seeing right now throughout this week, it's so easy for some content creators and people to start throwing, obviously, and we survived the FUD back last year, 2022. Binance, Coinbase. I think crypto.com is next, says Crypto Robber. Then we have this live yesterday from Crypto Soros. I watched it. He doesn't really FUD anything or what have you, but I mean, I think it's clear, right? When you see the thumbnail and everything, I'm like, well, I think I know who it's referring to, right? And Crypto T, this lady, the SEC will likely sue crypto.com. They sue Coinbase, Binance for securities. Probably they're going to sue crypto.com because they sell all of this and what have you. Not FUD, just a fair warning. And people, most of them agree. I see, right? And then you see Binance, Binance.US, because Binance and Global and CC, they don't live here in the United States. They don't operate in the United States. So they have a much longer, maybe catch-up time to get any type of enforcement. But Binance.US with a different CEO, right? they really are here and they're facing all the heat from the SEC right at home. Thankfully, crypto.com is not here. Their headquarters, they're in Singapore. So that helps. But what do I think? Well, crypto.com by far is the safest in my community. So that's really, really good. Now, everybody, what should we be looking at, right? As far as crypto.com and the SEC? First and foremost, even Robinhood, actually, they're delisting ADA, Solana, another one because of what just happened this week. So this week has been terrible for crypto exchanges and ultimately us, the customers, right? A lot of panic and a lot of things that are putting us way behind in the US. That's the key, in the US. I know we're not gonna move like exchanges, but crypto and blockchain do not depend on one crypto exchange or one country. They are global, international, and that's super bullish because while the US makes everything much more difficult, other countries open up and let the growth continue. For crypto.com, guys, there are two types of people, like I've showed you. The yes is going to be likely SUED or the CRONOS maxes or the crypto.com who understand a lot that say, I don't think so. Because when you analyze all of our pedigree, our licenses, our registrations, and our certifications, the special key weapon, that I do think we are putting ourselves in a great position, foundation for us to be exempt and get a pass from the SEC. There are really concrete arguments on the two sides, and this is what I think, right? What is that special weapon? Before to give you an answer here. Up, down options. But Oscar, this is already going on right now in the app. Yes, my friend. But this one is the first CFTC regulated crypto derivatives, right? And whatever it does for us, that's good, but it's CFTC regulated. What happens is that if the CFTC already passed and approved Crypto.com to do this, they must have understood Crypto.com's business model, strategy, and business to give them a pass. So if the SEC sues Crypto.com, but the CFTC obviously will not because they passed this product, those are conflicting arguments that Chris and the legal team can use in court to win easily. Binance doesn't have this. I believe Coinbase does have one CFTC regulated product, if I'm not mistaken, but Crypto.com was the first and does have an advantage. That, in my opinion, really solves a lot of questions for the courts because they're going to be like, if you're already approved by the CFTC, why is the SEC having conflicting arguments? It doesn't make any sense. You say that you sell unregistered securities, but in reality, what is a security, right? And that's when you can add the Ethereum dilemma and win easily. Now, in my opinion, fam, a lot of people say it's going to be sued. Should we be concerned? Should we be worried? My answer, no. Because this is an attack on all crypto. It's not an attack specifically on crypto.com. In fact, based on who's leading the SEC, it seems like Gary Gensler has a bigger beef with Binance than crypto.com. And this week alone, it's all been attacks over attacks over attacks. So next week, because tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, there probably not going to be many news on this. But as we start Monday, if Monday or Wednesday of next week, or as we go on in June, finally we see crypto.com being sued, they really have to justify it. And if the only reason they sue us is because they're selling of unregistered securities, we won. Because there's so much that we can extrapolate from that statement and say, guys, this is really not affecting everybody elsewhere, just in the United States. We have to solve this now. And at the end of the day, win easily. What I see on Binance, it's a little bit more conflict and personal drama. When I see on Coinbase, if you take a look at the CFTC website and the SEC website, on the crypto actions they have taken. They do have some history, right? Insider trading from a Coinbase manager, then Binance saying, we are operating an effing unregistered crypto exchange in the US, bro. So, and the CFTC obviously, following with Binance because of, some illegal actions, even CC sued. I'm sure Binance is doing the best they can. They have some issues, and if they mess up, they have to pay for those consequences. But crypto.com, to my recollection, everything looks really sexy. Everything looks really bullish. And Chris, in all of this week, listen to this, in all of this week, quiet, nothing. And that is so bullish for a lot of people, right? Because they're like, you don't need to get on the drama. You don't need to get involved. If you're doing things quietly, rightly, and for adoption, these are the times that a lot of thousands and even millions of people are going to realize, okay, if Binance gets sued and Coinbase gets sued and Gemini gets sued, where should I go? Answer, crypto.com. That's my opinion, right? I don't have a crystal ball. The SEC might say crypto.com, you're next, boom. And they might say or get some, the crypto.com arena and start getting some dirt from us and saying, you did this, you did this. But at the end of the day, Binance has a lot of money to defend themselves. Coinbase has a lot of money to defend themselves. I'm pretty sure crypto.com is ready to fight, join the battle, join the war against this reckless war against crypto in the United States. This is what I believe and the outcomes my experience tells me. Am I worried? Absolutely not. But I do want to tell you, right, that it's healthy, and you've seen it everywhere. Buy on exchanges, trade on exchanges, get out of the exchanges, right? Just kind of how it works. I'm happy to tell you that crypto.com, Coinbase, and Binance, they all have one-to-one reserves. So whatever money you have, they have it. So if everybody withdraws today from these three, they will be operating fine. They are not lending like FTX did. They're just a big difference, right? We don't have to make this, the same as FTX, a bank run. Binance has the money. They've said it many times. Binance.us has the money. They've said it many times. Coinbase has the money. They've said it many times. And crypto.com, they show us, right, on the website, the one-to-one reserves. So if the SEC wants to go really hard on them and get everybody out, let's say they do it, but at the end, they will continue standing because they have the reserves to back it up. I hope this video was useful to you guys. Obviously, I would love to know even more the next steps that they will take against other different crypto exchanges. But to my recollection, I think this is the best I can give you. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people claiming that crypto.com is next, or that crypto.com is going to, lose and be this next victim and whatever it is that they want to fight against us. But when you look at the facts, I think really we're in a really great position with all the certifications, analysis, and the registrations and licenses that only crypto.com has in the world. I'm sure they're looking at that. We're not cutting corners. We're taking our time, and Amazon Web Services partnership with CRONOS, Samsung partnership with crypto.com, and right now Google Cloud CRONOS, like it all really points to a really amazing story that even the SEC can acknowledge. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you like this one. Like, subscribe, let everybody know, and I'll see you next time, fam. Peace.